I'm going to see if anybody joins. It's been a while, so I don't know who's going to show up. I did mean to get on to the Night Owls group, but I really had a very, very busy day today, so I was not in the end able to do it. Okay, I think I went live, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I went public, so I don't know. I see that somebody's joined in so far. So I'm hoping that we can catch up a little bit. I know it's been way too long, and my apologies for that, but life has gotten a little crazy sometimes, and I haven't been able to do it. Well, hello there. Hi, Denise. It's great to see you. And I had such a crazy, crazy day today. I'm going to wait and see if a few more people join in so that I can kind of tell you about it all at the same time. I am spending a lot of time now, a lot of my entertainment time, if you will, going to different libraries and experiencing some of the different things that they have there. And I have so enjoyed it. I cannot tell you. It's been absolutely wonderful. The groups that I've seen, I would absolutely, hi Sandy. Oh, they thought I kicked the bucket, huh? Not yet. No, I'm still here, alive and kicking. But life sometimes takes precedence. And unfortunately, or fortunately for me, it has been a little different some of the time. Just getting my water. And I saw a group a couple of weeks ago at the library. It was a local band. The band was incredible. It was called the Paul Effman Group, and they were playing love songs. They played love songs from the 1920s or 30s, I think, to the present. And it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. Nobody wanted it to end. They asked for an encore, which they did give. And it was really terrific. Yeah, well, I mean, we still heard some of those old songs, didn't we? So that was really, really nice. I have seen some good movies. I find it interesting that apparently the libraries get the latest movies, at least here, within weeks of them coming out, or certainly within weeks of them leaving the theaters. And the theaters don't really keep them around for long anymore. Usually it's a short period of time, then it's on to other venues. But I wanted to tell you about today. I saw wild turkeys today for the very first time in my life. And at first, it's funny because we thought that it was a lawn, um, a decorative lawn thing. We, and then they started to walk. So it was really wild. And we were in this development, and it's a 55 and over development. And there, I don't know what you call it when there are a group of them, like a gaggle of geese. I don't know. I don't know what you call the turkeys. But I had no idea that male turkeys were so beautiful. Chubby little creatures, but absolutely gorgeous. The head and the neck of a couple of these guys, they were red and blue and just beautiful. Thanksgiving dinner. It was really funny because I said, oh my God, I love these people. I said, I would love to live in this development. It was a very lovely place anyway, and it seemed so serene and so quiet. and all of the units in there were like little ranches. So it looked very nice. It didn't look like a typical condo development here. So it was nice to see, and seeing those turkeys walking along, it was really funny because I was showing some of the units there to my friend. And I said, I'd love to live here myself. It really was that nice. So that was a lot of fun. And aside from that, my life has been, it's been, how much are they? One of the units, one of the units that was absolutely gorgeous. It was on the market, I believe it was either $330 or $340. And it had, when you walk, I mean, it looked like a decorator had done it. It was just beautiful. When you walked in, there was a sort of foyer area-ish, and she had a table there and some artwork behind it. And to the left was a very large living room, dining room kind of combo, which a lot of them seem to have it set up that way. But the living room was really big. Oh, I'm sorry, Sandy. I never saw it. I apologize. I never saw it. I would have gotten back to you. I really, really apologize. No, my life's been a little bit crazy. I mean, trying to get certain things accomplished, having them not. It was on Messenger? Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. No, I never saw it. So did you get the stuff, Sandy? I was, as I say, my life has been strange, but I don't want to get into any of the nitty gritty of some of it, because I have a lot of things that are kind of hanging in the balance, and I'm not ready, to talk about any of that. But I feel as if I'm I'm in a state of flux, and my life is a little like a roller coaster ride. It's coming in 2 weeks. Oh yeah, I know, but that should be fun. That's a lot of fun, Sandy. I love that. So, oh, I've been spending a lot of time working on my online store, trying to do things with that and learning a lot in the process. So that part of it's been good. Plastic covers. That's really interesting because we were just talking about plastic covers the other day, in regard to, the way some people do want to preserve things. But oh my, nowadays it's certainly not the thing to do. But believe it or not, there still are people who do use plastic covers. Not many, fortunately. The thing, you have to forgive me, I'm really tired. We were out there, it had to be 5 hours, I think. So it was a long day, but I had promised I was coming on tonight, and I wanted to make sure that I could do it. I have not been on YouTube a lot. I really haven't. I did see that Cindy had a problem. Yes, exactly. That's true. Sandy was saying that you stuck to the plastic covers in the summer, and it sounded like you farted when you moved in the wrong direction. That is absolutely the truth. I did watch just a little bit of Sandy's journey, of Cindy's journey. Not too much of it though, because I just have not had the time. I've been spending hours and hours and hours working on the other stuff, and trying to get out of the house when I can, and trying to work on the house as much as I can, and trying to get things accomplished to get my life moving in some direction that will take me to the next step, wherever the next step takes me. Although I would love for it to take me to the place that I went to today. I loved it. I really loved it. It was quite wonderful. Kind of rural over there, and I'm not used to that at all. But very nice, quiet development. They only have an outdoor pool. I had gone to another place where they had an outdoor pool and an indoor pool, and that's always nice because in the winter you can get some exercise, and that would be great exercise for me. My leg is still giving me a lot of trouble. I'm in pain much of the time, and I have the lymphedema much of the time. It is in Suffolk, Sandy. It was actually out in Coram. Yes, it's in Coram, and there's a big shopping center not too far away from the development. So far out. It's exit 63 on the LIE. So it's actually only 10 exits from where I go for my scans and all of that. Yeah, not Centereach. No, Coram. What else is Coram near? I'm not even sure what it's near. Exit 62, I think, is Nichols Road, if that rings a bell. Centereach is 61. Oh, exactly. Yeah. My doctors obviously wouldn't be near there, so that would be an issue for me. But I don't know if it's doable anyway. It's too early for me to make an assessment about that because I need to take care of this end first. But they had really pretty units. The one, as I say, that one was probably one of the more expensive ones. There was another one that was as low as $298 asking price, and some of them had basements, some of them didn't have basements, but the room sizes were good. The master bedroom was wonderful, wonderful size. She does love it. Oh, that's great. That really is great. I'm very happy for her. It was a good move for her. Yeah, I know. It's very hard. It's beautiful. Denise, you would love it. It's got the look that both you and I love. Oh, she just moved into her townhouse. Where was she living before this? She moved to Franklin, didn't she? Sandy, she was she living with friends in the meanwhile? She was renting. That was very smart. That must be exciting for her. Starting a whole new life. There's a lot to be said for it. There really is. And I'm certainly headed for a new one. I'm not sure where it's going to take me or what the life will look like. But I'm coming to the end of this chapter of the book of my life. And I just need to wrap up all of the loose ends, and there are many. But it's probably still going to take me months to get everything resolved. And I'm looking forward to it now, though. I'm looking forward to a change. I think it's time. And I think that it will be good for me. And I think all of those motivational things that I send out, I try to send out every day or as close to every day as I can. I feel as if I'm doing it for anybody out there who might need a little encouragement or might be feeling down or whatever. Your cousin is in a senior community in Melville. There are a lot of them in Melville. There are some really nice ones. The question is price. And I think some of the ones in Melville are more. Although this friend of mine lives in the Greens in Melville. And when he bought it when it was new. So at the time, the priciest units in, well, that's not true. The kind of unit that he got, which was single floor unit, and they had others above or below. The highest price was $250, and he got in the last phase. But they also have big townhouses in there, and they've got ranch style, and those are over $1 million at this point. So they went up tremendously from the time that it was built, which was probably about 16 years ago. It's getting harder and harder and harder, certainly here. It sounds so cheap. Yeah, no, it's the prices over there are surprisingly good. I didn't think you could get anything like it. There are some other developments not too far. There are a couple of developments in Medford. Hers is 3-story out. Wow. Wow. 2 bedrooms. No, the taxes are not high. Actually, in the unit that I fell in love with, her taxes started out at $8,000, but she got them reduced. And she said she just got them reduced to $4,800, which is wonderful for here. So I know it's different everywhere else in the country, but for Long Island, those kind of taxes are super. So it really is good. It's nice for me to see all this stuff. Hi. Oh, thanks. I've so missed being here as well. I appreciate it, Carol. Cousins around 9,000 in taxes. There is one place, and I think it's in Melville, where they have beautiful units. I don't remember the name of the development, but you drive down into a kind of valley feeling, and they have beautiful units, but the units themselves were expensive. She lived in Old Bethpage. Yeah. I mean, my taxes on this house are crazy high. They really are. I, which reminds me, I have to send in. I started the grievance process, and I have to send in some paperwork. So, yeah, I was surprised that there were options here that that make it viable to be here. 4,300 with senior exemption. Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's amazing. The taxes are such a big issue for this. The dogs are doing well, thank goodness. I was a little bit concerned about Milo because he had sounded like he was a little bit stuffy in his nose, but he's better. Hi, Mary, how are you doing? And tell me how Lance is doing. I've been so out of the loop. I do apologize. I really want to know what's going on with him and your whole family. I hope things are better. I don't know if anybody saw Kathy Restaino's pictures on, I don't remember if it was Instagram or Facebook, where she was getting to spend time with the baby. Cute, cute, cute baby. Oh, thank God. Madeline had a checkup and she's doing well. That is wonderful, wonderful news. That really is. That's great. You know, all the rest of it is meaningless in the end. What? I don't know, some message from Twitter. just came onto my screen, so, but I have no idea what it was all about. Um, wow. Forgive me, I'm really tired. It's been a long day. Totally forgot what I was saying. Have any of you, I may have mentioned this last time, I'm not sure. Have any of you, Bronx accent, um, have any, you just came back from the airport? He's going to MD Anderson in Houston. He has a CAT scan in the morning and then sees the surgeon and the endocrinologist. That's good. I'm going to keep a prayer for him. Let me know how it goes. I really hope things go well, because in the end, that's what it's about. None of the rest of it means a thing if you don't have your health. It really doesn't mean a thing. And I'm grateful for every day, no matter how difficult some of the days get. And there are days when the pain is intense. There are days when the swelling is really bad. But with it all, I'm lucky. Yeah, that is a long process for him. But I think they had said originally that it was going to be. How is he feeling though? How is he feeling as he goes through this time period? I know between, when I had mine, there was that period of time between diagnosis and surgery because they needed to do the radiation. Yeah. Oh, he had 3 rounds of chemo. Yes. Yeah, that would be great. How did he make it through the chemo? Was it difficult for him? That's the whole thing about trying to shrink it to make it more manageable. I know with mine, they never thought that they would be able to shrink it, but the intention with my radiation was to keep it from reproducing so that the cells would die. And thank God. Every time I go for a scan, it's scary as hell, but thank God. So I have no complaints about it. I use the cane some of the time, Carol. It depends. Did I watch Sheila's last video? I watched a video that she did. Is that the one where she just did it a day or two ago? Is that the one you're talking about, Sandy? Yeah. Yeah, all is well though, unless I missed something. Yeah, to get back to what you said, Carol, I find that there are days when the security of the cane makes a big difference. All right, Mary's telling us that Lance did quite well. He just felt extremely tired about 3 days afterwards. Yeah, that's normal from what everybody tells me. Thank goodness the pain comes and then goes away. Yes, that is a good thing. One of the things that my visiting nurse had said to me when he was coming to my house all the time, he said, what happens is the body adjusts to pain. It gets used to the pain that it has all the time. And it doesn't react to pain unless it becomes more intense. And I found that that was true for me because I have pain every day of my life. I don't remember a single day that I'm not in pain. but I'm so used to being in pain now that I really don't focus on it. He had several bouts of gout. Oh, that's awful. Oh, yeah, that's so painful from everything I've heard about it. I don't have personal experience with it, but I know people who had gout, and it's been really, really terrible. He's gone through so much, Mary. He really has. I feel terrible for the fact that he's had to suffer so much in his young life. I'm looking at my little guys as they settle in on the floor. They're really so sweet, and I'm so grateful that they've been here with me. You know, it's like there's this unspoken kind of language between us, and we all know each other so well. I know. I know, and that's such a gift, Mary. If you can stay positive, it's what you have to do. It really is. I swear, every day when I do the motivational things, things come to me that so resonate for me on a significant level that I find that I want to share it because I feel as if somebody out there needs to see the same message that I'm seeing, to perhaps make a difference, even for a couple of minutes, just to make you feel better and see, you know. I think I keep seeing these messages come through, so forgive me for looking at that. It really is true. It just makes such a difference. I don't have my other phone with me. I accidentally left it in my car when I came in, but I could have read you some of these things. When they come to me, I feel as if, oh my God, it's like I feel like God is sending me a message through this source, whatever it is, and it's something that I just need to hear. But I think we just have to keep as positive as we know how to be in order to get to the next step. Linda has just gone into the city. She's going to be in the city probably for the rest of the week. I'm thinking her stepson was in the hospital. So she went in to visit, and she went to stay with a friend of hers in the city whom she hasn't seen in many, many years. So that's good for her. She's been doing more things. She's been going out and interacting with the world, so I'm really happy about that for her. And she's on some kind of new medication that has been making her feel much better on some levels. On some levels, a little difficult, but yeah, it really has been good. So same ups and downs that we all have. You know, we deal with the vagaries of life, but she's much better than she has been for a very long time. So I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. Uh, so the funny thing is, she told me she wanted. Ben Gay's been in the hospital too. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, that's really hard. Yeah. And this friend of mine that I have, the one who lives in the Greens, he's had some rough times lately too. He was in the hospital. He came out. He wound up back in the hospital while he had fallen, and he's having, well, he's got some heart failure going on, and he's got problems with the um, I don't know whether it's the viscosity of his blood or his blood is too thin. I know he's taking blood thinners, but it gets too thin and they have to adjust it because it can be scary. So, as we get older, the things that happen are frightening because number one, we don't have a frame of reference for it. And number two, we know that the road behind us is far longer than the road ahead of us. Hi. Oh, Nancy, really nice to hear from you. I am well, thank you. Oh, thanks so much. Thanks. It's funny. My doctors are really pleased with the way that I'm doing in terms of my general health. Otherwise, my my cardiologist in particular was telling me that he he thought that I was looking well. So that was nice to hear. And most of the time, yes. I mean, there are still scary days. There are still days when it's just all off. But I think one of the great lessons of having a devastating illness or a devastating change to your life is that it makes you really grateful for the things that you do have. It makes you really grateful for the days that you have that are good and anything you have to look forward to in your future. And it's interesting because I was feeling for a very long time, as you all know, that the future was scary. It was really scary because it was everything I knew had changed. Everything everything that made me the person that I was and made my life work was no longer what it had been. So here I was having to reinvent myself. And it's scary enough to try to reinvent yourself when you're younger, but to try to do it when you're older and when you're alone and when you're inhibited by the fact that you're unable to do the things that you were able to do before, and the your income from whatever your source of income was, it's a scary place to be. So but I don't feel as frightened anymore. I really don't. I feel as if life is leading me down a path I'm meant to travel and that it will take me where I'm meant to go. And I can only hope that it's going to be good. Aw, I have to tell you, there are so many people singing that. They really are. Sandy was saying that her 4-year-old is singing Let It Go. Yeah, I saw the movie Frozen when it first came around, and I loved it. And now with Frozen 2, I really was tempted to see it. Oh, by the way, I saw the movie Call of the Wild. I love animals, as everybody knows. Sandy said that her granddaughter is calling herself Elsa. That's great. That's really cute. That's the time of invention. Harrison Ford, exactly. And I love Harrison Ford, I really do. Um, and he was great in the movie. He does look old. Guess what? He is old, as we all have become. So, but then again, they can make him look a little bit younger than he did. What is that? I had a feeling, when I had seen the movie, when I had seen the movie Cats, I forgot what they called it. The way the I forgot the process that was used to create this cross between real actors and this digitized thing, whatever it was. I don't know why I want to think animatronics, but I don't think that's it. I don't know what the term is. I don't remember it. But I had the feeling that in Call of the Wild, there might have been a little bit of that because that dog was really too, it was almost as if it was, and I can't think of the word. I'm tired, forgive me. I can't think of the word. When we take animals and we ascribe human characteristics to them, I can't think of the word. In any case, I really felt as if that was the case with that dog. I felt totally in love with that dog. Avatar. No. Um, but it begins with an A, I think. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. What I started to say before, has anybody here seen the movie? And I may have mentioned this last time, but I don't remember exactly when I came on last. The movie, The Good Liar, or Good Liars, or Good Liar, with Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen. Wow. Wow. I loved that movie. It went in a totally different direction than I expected it to. I'm not going to say anything more than that because if anybody wants to see it, it's an extraordinarily well done movie. An interesting addition for me is that Ian McKellen, thank you, that's exactly it, anthropomorphize. And yeah, and I was thinking it was I can't even speak tonight. Anthropomorphic, the hell with it. The hell with it for tonight. You know what I'm trying to say. Hi, it's so great to see you as well. Yes, it's been such a long time, and I really do apologize, but I have been feeling as if I can't, I don't want to say falling off a cliff, but I feel as if I'm in less control of my life and the way it heads from day to day than I have been in the past. So I'm not as able to say I will be here at a specific time. What I'd like to say is I'll be here as often as I can. It's just I'm doing so many different things and I'm just not always available. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, for heaven's sakes. The two, Born Free and Dr. Zhivago. I loved Born Free. I really loved it. But I love all those movies. I had bought a couple of really inexpensive movies. I don't remember if it was at the Dollar Tree when they had DVDs one week or if it was at the thrift store when I went to buy. One of them was about orangutans, and another one was about elephants. And I was madly in love with everything that I saw. I love that kind of stuff. I love seeing about the animal kingdom. I love seeing things about people, about people that we know. By the way, one of the movies that I got, and I'm pretty sure that was at the Dollar Tree, was 12 Angry Men. Who remembers that? It was very interesting to watch that from the vantage point of today. Aw, sweet dreams. I'm so glad you stopped by. Thanks a lot, Nancy. Take care. Um, it's very dated in a lot of ways, but it's also very interesting. It's a very interesting movie. And it had so many great actors in it. It had Lee J. Cobb, E.G. Marshall, um, Animal Planet. I used to watch Animal Planet. I did. Now, God forgive me, I find myself watching crime shows, and that's really scary. I don't know why I watch them, but I got tired of watching HGTV. I got tired of watching the sitcoms. I got tired of watching um, Home and Family, and all those love stories. I watch crime shows. I don't know what to say about that. So, once again, it's actually, oh, Cindy, hi. It's nice to see you too. I've been watching you a little bit. I've been trying to catch up with you. Yeah, I just really, I couldn't, the medical shows, yeah. I just got to the point where I couldn't watch any of that stuff. And I will tell you that I am spending a lot more time listening to music. I have that Echo that I had gotten years ago. Do you? Isn't that scary, Cindy? I wonder why we do that. Oh, yeah, Sandy, I know where you can get the diseases when you watch those shows. But yeah, I think I'm fascinated in a very strange way with the criminal mind. It's I don't understand people who have that twisted kind of thinking process that takes them to a place where it's okay to end somebody else's life under any circumstances. But to have the kind of anger that people have, I don't understand that kind of anger. But then again, we see it in the debates now, so I guess it's everywhere. But um, I just don't have the patience for that stuff anymore. I find, and I have to laugh, I all of a sudden listening to the music that I do when I'm trying to clean and I do things and I'm listing things for my store and I am doing all the things that I do to try to reinvent myself. And I'm listening a lot lately to Engelbert Humperdinck. I never listened to Engelbert Humperdinck a lot before when I was younger or when he was younger. And now I find it so soothing to listen to his music. It just there are nights where I've turned all the lights out, I've turned the television off, and I just put his music on and it's wonderful. Oh, thanks a lot, Mary. So, you saw him years ago? Oh, he's got a wonderful voice. He's got an absolutely wonderful voice. I absolutely adore it. You're learning history now? Yeah. I have to tell you, I don't know how many of you feel the same way, but for me, I find that any day that I learn something, what? Oh, oh, Sandy is such a nut. Sandy just said she thought she had herpes from the last medical show. Sex sent me to the emergency room. True program on TLC. That is hilarious. That really is hilarious. But I think, oh, now you made me lose my train of thought. And I know that gets people crazy, so I apologize in advance. Yes. Yeah, I really enjoy historical things also. I'm very fascinated by certain periods in the past, in our past history, and I love learning anything about those things. And a lot of the movies that I've watched in this past number of months have had a historical kind of bent. So that's been fascinating to me. And I really have thoroughly enjoyed every minute of all those things. Um, my health, I thank God my scans have been good. Thank God everything seems to be on an even keel at the moment. But it's as my surgical oncologist says, oh, as my surgical oncologist says all the time, it's one scan at a time. So all I have to do is be grateful every time it comes back okay and pray that it stays that way because, you know, you never know. But then again, none of us knows where the future is going to take us. It makes me really, as I say, grateful for every day that I have. It makes me want to enjoy the days. I missed a comment while I was talking, so I'm going to have to go back and look. So bear with me for a minute. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, I think I'm caught up. But I've been watching a lot of stuff also on Netflix, and there have been some interesting movies on there. How often am I scanned? Now I just graduated to 6 months now. I know. Exactly. You really do want to enjoy every moment that you have. We don't know from 1 minute to the next. Um, I was going for scans every 3 months, then 4 months, and now it's going to be 6 months. You're trying to learn how to make pizza dough? Okay, that sounds. They now are making pizza dough also from what do you call it? Cauliflower. I had seen that. As a matter of fact, the pizza place that we go to occasionally has supposed to be really healthy for you. Yes, yes. No, I'm willing to give it a try. I would taste it. I love pizza. I really do. Today, I had a tuna sandwich on rye with, well, I had some onion rings. Very thin and crispy. Yeah, I think so. Oh, Chicago deep dish. Yes. I actually like the deep dish pizza also, but I love pizza. I like it when you put the oh God, yes. When you put the seasoning on it. The onion rings are so good, and I also had some French fries. I had lettuce and tomato, coleslaw, had a little piece of a pickle, and I enjoyed every morsel. It was as if I was having the best dinner in the world, but it was really good. Fat is where it's at. That is so funny. I love this water. I think I may have mentioned it to you before. It is Gold Emblem. It's from CVS. And this is pineapple coconut. It's so good. Yes, I know. I love it, Cindy. Isn't it great? It really is terrific. I love French fries. But the onion rings, I don't know how it is where you are, but onion rings here in diners, very often, it looks great and crispy on the outside, and you bite into it and the onion tastes like paper. Yes, I absolutely love food too. There is nothing better than going out and having a wonderful meal. Speaking of which, I had a meal in a restaurant that I've gone to before. It is it's a Greek restaurant, and they have wonderful food typically. But the last time I was there, the food was salad was good, the vegetables were good. I got fish. That's not a bad thing to do. Oh, Sandy, that's, yeah, my last blood test was not good at all. My A1C, I've been so bad. I have been eating so much sugar, you would not believe it. My A1C went up to 7.6. So I changed my diet. Yeah, I changed my diet, so I'm trying very hard not to eat as much sugar. I mean, I was eating a lot of sugar. So I had to stop. I mean, I was buying Lindt chocolate bars 6 at a time, sometimes more, and I was having ice cream every day. No, I can't eat my Lindt chocolate bars. I do still occasionally have the Atkins chocolate nut roll or something. It's a protein bar, and I do occasionally have that. And I went to Aldi's again tonight, and I picked up some cinnamon graham crackers, so I'm going to try that. No, my no, my doctor was really, really unhappy about my 7.6. No, very unhappy because it had been much, much lower, but I knew that I was doing it. He wanted to put me on metformin. Yeah, yes, absolutely, Cindy. You want to be careful. You, Denise made French fries, cast iron pan, peanut oil. Oh, it sounds so good. Yes, the spinach salad absolutely cancels out the fries. And if you eat all of it standing up, cancels out everything. So just enjoy yourself. As you said, we're all going to die anyway. So just enjoy enjoy it. Yeah. Um I was talking about the food. They burnt the fish, they burnt something else, and when I complained about it, the waitress was phenomenal. She really was. She offered to bring other food, and I said no because it was still edible. So I said, the heck with it. I just didn't want to wait for them to make something new. And I wound up, the Diabetes Association wants seniors 7.0. I know. He wanted to put me on. Oh, Cindy, you're so good though. You're so good when you're on because you have your little book and your little notes that you write down so you know what you're talking about. I I'm on a wing and a prayer. I just, here I am a cappella, and what you see is what you get. I never know where this is headed until we get there, but I want to interact with all the people I care so much about. It makes it so it makes it so good. Yes, it's true. Cindy is very animated, and Cindy is always, so upbeat, whether you are or not, really, on the inside, Cindy, but that's the way it comes across. And yes, it's been tough. Oh, thanks, Mary. It's just I am doing the best that I can. That's all I can do. And I cannot be apologetic for who I am, or, you know, my life is what it is. And if I'm to be honest, I have to just come on here and talk to you like the friends that I believe that you are, because I've missed you and I feel it. I feel it. I really feel it. Yeah, it's true. And I know, God, I felt so bad when I wasn't able to come on. And there were a couple of things going on that were mm, that took a lot of energy. And I just didn't have anything left. So I didn't come on at that point. Exactly. It really is true. And to be as honest as we can about it, it's life is not always easy, and it's not all about makeup, and it's not all about the latest whatever it is that we get. It's true. It really is true, Denise. So again, we have to be, I think we all have to be more understanding of each other and have our expectations not be, I think I think we have to be gentle with each other. We really do, because sometimes it's just hard. And sometimes it's hard to pick your head up. And sometimes it's hard to just put a smile on your face and face the world and just deal with whatever it is that you have to deal with on that particular day. Yes. Yeah, I know. I know, Cindy. That's what happened to me when I got sick. That's how mine changed. Hot flashes brings us together. Yeah. Yeah. And for me, I mean, the makeup, it's, it's, I enjoy putting my makeup on every day. Absolutely true, Mary. Just being is not easy sometimes. But for me, I still put makeup on almost every day. It's very rare that I don't. And I do it for me. I do it to face myself and feel as if I'm okay. But it doesn't have the same meaning. None of that stuff has the same meaning as it used to for me. And I used to love to shop. I used to love to buy clothes. I used to love to buy things for the house. But lately, the only things I want to buy are the things that I can turn around and sell on my store. And every time I pick right, yeah, yeah, it's true. I mean, there's just so much you can do with all that stuff, the makeup. And I actually want to get back to, and I'm planning on doing this if people want to see it, and I'm thinking they might want to, the shopping my closet kind of thing. And I've done a few of those videos where, I mean, even the outfit I put on today, I took a couple of pieces. This is an, uh, um, what's his name? Louis Delolio, I think his name is, the designer I think he's on QVC. I don't know how much of the design you can see, but it's kind of a pretty top. I have it for a few years now, and I just paired it up with a pair of pants. Yes, buying things that are definitely fattening and yummy. I'm all for that. Let me tell you something. Selling things that help people. Yeah, I like this color. It's really nice. You always have such beautiful clothes, Cindy. But at this point, as I say, the clothes that come into my world only to be sold. And it's interesting. And now I have people who are bringing things to me to sell. And Linda has given me a whole bunch of things. Her roommate has given me things. I have a couple of other people, an eBay shopper. Yeah. I have to tell you, well, I, I haven't been buying anything, but if I were to buy today, anything in terms of clothing, I think a lot of it, I would look at Poshmark first because they have some incredible stuff there. I never would have thought it. I never would have known it. But seeing it now, because of the way that that platform operates, it's a very social kind of selling platform. And because of that, you are sharing other people's goods all the time and you interact with other people on the platform. And it's been a really good experience for me on that level. And you see some unbelievable things, really absolutely incredible things. So it's been a fun experience for me trying to learn. And if I guess right about something and it winds up selling quickly, I get really excited. It's kind of like when I started in real estate and when I originally, I mean, if I sold a house, every time I sold a house, I was thrilled because I was thrilled that I picked the right place for the right person. And, or if I sold somebody's house that they could get to move on to where they wanted to go. From China, nothing's leaving the ports. Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm sure you could. I could do the same, Denise. I have no doubt I could live with the clothing that I have. I think there is such an overabundance, and we're so used to that kind of a thing in our part of the world that most people have more than they need. And I think, if I had to live with the stuff that I have, I could live with it forever. Yeah, again, I feel like I come from a totally different place now. I know you meant spoiled. Hey folks, this is going on for over an hour. I think it's time for me to shut it down. How about today is Wednesday? How about if I try to come back on Sunday night? If that works for any of you, let me know. I'm going to try to do that. And I've got to get back to doing my regular videos as well. I had uploaded a couple of them and couldn't get them off my phone. So I actually have a number of videos that were made within the past few months that I never was able to load. So I don't know if I'll be able to straighten that thing out. Oh, thanks. Yeah, oh, hi, how are you? Nice to see you, Dolores. It's, yeah, it's been a while. Oh, thanks. It's great to see you here. It really is nice. Forgive me, I have not really been watching a lot of YouTube lately, and the only things I really have been watching lately are things about selling on the different platforms to try to figure out how to do things right and how to make a difference, and so it is what it is. Okay, as I say, it is time to wrap it up, and I will try to make it on Sunday. I'm going to see if I can get any of the. Oh, that is absolutely true, Sandy. I know that when I have watched in the past, I can't make any of those things. I can't eat them, and now that the A1C has become so problematic, I have to really be careful and not do what I want to do. So it is what it is. I hope all is well in your world, Dolores. Cameraman, you, the kids. So take care, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful night. And oh, Barbara, it's so nice to see you too. I'm really glad that you were able to come in, and I'm so happy that I was able to do this. My apologies. That's all I can tell you. It was not intentional. It was only the roads that life has taken me down lately, but it will be better. Take care. I will see you soon. I love you all. You know that. Bye-bye.